Welcome to Smack This, the unofficial Godsmack podcast. I'm your host, Kevin Humphrey, where I talk all things Godsmack. And this is episode 15. The Ocean City, Maryland review is what I'm calling it. This week in Godsmack news, it's been very interesting the last couple of days, to be exact. Tuesday on social media, they posted this pretty much a blank screen. I mean, it is totally white. There's nothing there. In fact, uh, on their social media, you know, on the big G Godsmack logo, they've changed that to completely white, so nothing's showing. So they did that on Tuesday. In fact, it took me aback because I was like, I don't see nothing. Uh, so what is this? But in my mind, I'm thinking, well, is this about the new album? I don't know. And then yesterday, they posted this little 20-second video on social media of this. It's kind of got some really dark clouds moving and a white grayish flag kind of flapping in the wind. Again, what is this? What are they, giving up? Or are they waving the white flag? What's going on? So again, I'm wondering, is this does this have something to do with the new single or the album, or what's really going on? So, but I'm excited. I can't wait. That's it in Godsmack news. Uh, this is episode 15, the Ocean City, Maryland review, which was this past Saturday. In fact, it was a, what they call Bike Fest up in Ocean City, Maryland. Godsmack was part of it. They actually closed the festival. It was a 4-day festival, to be exact. It started Wednesday night and ended Saturday night. I thought some really cool artists was part of this, bands and artists. Wednesday night it was Kix, Kix, the Baltimore band called Kix, 80s band, really cool band. I don't think they got a lot of credit where they should have. They should have been bigger. Um, Thursday night was Jackal, and then the headlining band was Disturbed, another cool band. Friday night, you got a little bit of country music flavor mixed into this one. You got Travis Tritt and the Zach Brown Band uh, was the headliner on that one. And then Saturday night, it closed with Chevelle, another cool band. And of course, the headliner was Godsmack. So you got a little bit of taste of everything at this. I thought this was great. I probably would have seen 3 out of the 4 shows. Um, that's me. Um, but yeah, still really cool. The stage, let's talk about it real fast. Basically, it was the same stage that they used during the Radio Festival tour and the Boston show. They didn't do any pyro at this one like the Boston. They didn't do one there. The lighting was pretty much what you saw at the Radio Festival. The Boston one, it had a little bit more lasers and this and that. They did bring some of that from the Boston show, like the strobe lights during Keep Away. So they kept that. That looks absolutely fantastic. Keep that, please, if you guys are watching. But yeah, and then still the side amps on each side of Shannon. The lights in front of the amps on the what looks like they're on top, but they're not really. Yeah, really cool. Um, the half of the When Legends Rise album cover as the backdrop. Yeah, it was still cool. Now, what I did thought was very interesting, and that they did this. Uh, Watching a little bit of video clips from the other bands that performed there, I didn't really see it, But at the Godsmack one, I did see it, or whoever filmed these, and I want to thank each and every one of you who filmed this show. That's how I watched it. Was on YouTube. They had like video screens on each side of the stage, so they actually had cameras set up next to the stage, so you could see the band in case you were in the Stevie Wonder section. Um, yeah, so I thought it was really cool. They did an hour and a half, and they played 13 songs in the Battle of the Drums. It was pretty much exactly the set list that they did in the Boston show. So I'll go a real quick rundown here. 1,000 horsepower kicked off the show. Now they didn't do the red lights. I did notice that right off the bat, like they did at the Boston, where it was real dark red and then really bright as the engine roared. Uh, that was missing, or at least part of the video clip that I watched. If you were at the show, let me know. Write me a comment. And then they did Keep Away. Song number 3 they did was Crying Like a Beep. And then song number 4 was Unforgettable. Again, I love that song. In fact, before the song starts, Sully's encouraging the crowd to get involved. Raise your hands in the air. You guys ready to party? Let's do this. Song number 5 that they did was Awake. Awesome song live, still now, forever. uh, Song number 6 was Legends off the new album, or old album, new album, whichever way you want to look at it. Again, fantastic live. Song number 7 was Something Different. I thought this was really cool, kind of a throwback. When they used to do this song during the Horsepower tour, Sully would want guys to have girls on their shoulders like he would see at concerts, and I even remember this back in 1985, going to shows and seeing that, and lighters in the air and all that kind of stuff. So he was asking fans to do that before they kicked into the song. So yeah, that was really cool. And see, song number 8 was Speak off the 4 album. I think that's fantastic. Keep it in the set list. Again, I don't think it gets much love. Godsmack 4 doesn't. So it's great to see that's still in the set list. We'll see if it stays at the September 30th show in Las Vegas. So if you ain't got your tickets and live in and around Las Vegas, get your tickets to go see that, or see Godsmack. That's what I should say. Then song number 9 was Voodoo, and then they went to the Battle of the Drums. It was pretty much the same as they did at the Boston. Back in Black by AC/DC, which led into Walk This Way by Aerosmith, which led into Enter the Sandman by Metallica, and then that led into Moby Dick by Led Zeppelin, and then of course it ended with Tom Sawyer by Rush. Then they did song number 10 was Whatever, and that closed the set. Now, if he did any, meaning Sully, did any joking around like he did the Boston show, like he usually does at every show when they do that song, I didn't see it on any of the video clips that I've seen. So again, if you were there, write me a comment, tell me, did he do it? You know, I have a feeling he probably did. And then song number 11, we're into the encore now. He does Under Your Scars, and he does it like he's been doing it since the Legends tour. He talks about the Scars Foundation, why they formed it. Now, he did make some announcements on this before he plays this song. So if you're at the Ocean City, Maryland show, you already know it. Or watched it on YouTube like I did. He announced 2 things. He talks about the COVID thing. COVID happened right after They finished Legends tour, and then COVID hit, so they got a little bit of a break, and they got to spend time with their family and friends and kids and stuff like that. They also wrote and recorded the new album, which is what he talks about. He says that they hope to have it out by the beginning of 2023. So, yay! But this one was the blockbuster for me, and it kind of makes sense about Godsmack news that I talked about earlier in this episode. Um, he said that the new single, they hope to have it out by the end of this month of September, and the new song's called Surrender. So, uh, yeah, that's awesome. I'm excited. I can't wait to hear what this song sounds like. So yeah, it's really got me excited. Um, can't wait. Maybe they'll play this song in Europe by the time this song comes out, or South America. I don't know. Hopefully, it'll be out at the end of this month. That would be fantastic. So let's get back to the set list. So song number 12 is Bulletproof, again off the Legends album. Fantastic live. I really hope that this song stays in the set list as the new album comes out and they do a world tour. Um, yeah, because there's times where they drop songs. They really push the new album. Um, let's see, Legends Rise. You got Unforgettable, uh, Legends Rise, Under Your Scars, and Bulletproof. So there's 4 songs off the last album, new album, whichever way you want to look at it. Then you go to the album before, which I talked about in episode 14, 1,000 horsepower. There's only 2,000 horsepower and something different. So as you can see, they pushed the new album and they kind of dwindled the other stuff. So I'm really hoping Bulletproof stays in because it's such a good song live. It's so energetic. It gets the crowd going. Yeah, it's really cool. And then song number 13 is I Stand Alone. It closes out the show. And again, fantastic live. Um, Absolutely love it. It's so good. There we go. I hadn't said that this whole entire episode till now. But yeah, it's so good. The show was fantastic. Again, whoever filmed this show, thank you so much because that was fantastic. That's it for this week's episode. This is a really short one. Next week, episode 16, we'll go back to the discography and talk about the last album, new album, however way you want to look at it. When Legends Rise, I'll go track by track. I love that album, so it's really going to be fun to do. Now, if you know anybody that likes talking about Godsmack, hearing about Godsmack, send them this way. Tell them about this podcast. Tell them go on Google, Firefox, smack this, the Unofficial, and it'll all pop up. Or go on YouTube, type in the same thing, and then send them the link. Yeah, so let's get this thing going. I'm really energized. New single coming out a couple of weeks, I guess. And then a new album next year. We'll talk about Legends next week. Then we'll go to the side projects, solo albums, all that stuff still to come, plus the Vegas show. I'll probably wait until the end of October to talk about the European tour. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. Same thing for the November South American tour. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. So, you just got Godsmack.